take a look. We can dive into it a bit here. This is our first map in a best of 3, so we have lots of good stuff to come. And look at this, the Varesh Taya combo out on the side of MyCon, prepare to die. Lots of range domination and control. Here's the first camouflage, and Croak gets nothing but a little bit of health chunked off of his bar. And this Kababi just sitting there, tossing boomerangs left and right, getting some good damage out. And now Tildo going into Deceit is able to get the end cap off. Look at that, now having to use that other side from God of.
That triple snipe gave Verosk so much ultimate charge, was able to use the ultimate immediately after landing that, and gave them a little bit of an advantage. I think Teldo did end up grabbing that center orb. Deceit will be popped, lands the incapacitate, pops the R, but needs to chase the panic, and no, misses the stun on it. Meanwhile, I feel like actually Verosk is getting pretty low for TelRoskMi.
Goo is going to come out. Paloma ultimate used as well. Mini's got to be careful, taking a whole lot of damage here, getting chunked down so bad. And he'll be able to get himself out of there. Varesh is a bit separated at the moment. Little Master, as Tildo continues to keep the pressure.
Little Master whiffing 2 big right buttons, and that's going to provide a lot of extended lifetime for Tildo. Maybe he would have been chunked down a lot more if Varesh had landed those hits, but not going to be the case.
So here we go. Just about even in the health pool.
Fantastic reactions from Teldo to avoid that counter, but here comes the Toxic Goo! And the Jade ultimate comes in, tries to connect on Taya, but she's so slow!
Oh my goodness!
No!
Teldo got his ultimate off as well. It was able to connect, and Taya had nothing to get away from the damage. Had no iframe to mitigate that, so now stuck in a 2v2, or 2v3, excuse me, and other side is going to have to go out. Little Master may be in some trouble here. Here comes the stun Paloma ultimate to make sure Little Master stays alive, but a snipe will connect onto God of as well. They are certainly in some trouble here.
Oh, here comes a big opportunity. It's going to be the snipe into the ultimate. Varesh is getting really low, has to spend his ultimate to try to zip, zap, and dash away, but ends up getting taken down regardless. Paloma left alone in the Toxic Goo will end up falling, and TelRoskMi take the first round.
That's right, they will grab our first round here. Still having a lot of success with that Jade Croak combo, and then you know, Mini just sitting in the back, dishing out the heals. But you know, that combo, the Jade and Croak, takes so much coordination, and Teldo and Verosk play together so much, and you know, they're able to use it really well. It can be difficult to pull off just because of how much coordination it does take, but these guys have really done a good job of you know, being able to get that coordination on point.
Really big for Teldo to both land his ultimate and the stun onto the Taya. Plus, I think Godolph didn't have other side prepared when that combo hit, because that's going to be really their biggest saving grace against these Jade Croak aggressive combos is other side. Not only does it dispel CC, like in that case it took out the panic, but it makes you invulnerable for quite a duration of time.
So here we go, they're just poking at the moment, not too much action thus far. Snipe is going to connect onto Little Master and cap off onto Paloma. A lot of damage is going to land onto Little Master here. Kababi's going to have to use that Tornado and the ultimate out from Verosk. Varesh able to hit his counter, but the Goo is going to be out here as well. Little Master is taking quite a bit of damage, needs those heals. Keep himself sustained. Barrier is going to be used by Mini as well, but Teldo having second thoughts about getting in there as he's taking quite a bit of damage himself. Does get an end cap off. Other side used before the stun could connect.
Nice, and this seems to be a turning point for MyCon prepare to die. They actually attain center orb as well as using a good other side to avoid some damage. There's a big double snipe, and that's going to give Jade the meter to spend ultimate. Has to blast vault away from the Varesh dealing damage onto him. Counter again baited out, and Teldo has been so good about that.
TelRoskMi able to secure that center again, I believe. No, Little Master so hurt. He got put into the Tornado by Kababi, but still they really want to connect. Good snipe from Verosk, landing on Kababi, and other side is going to have to be used. There was so much that just got used on Varesh, and he's got nothing left to keep himself alive. Paloma ultimate tried to come in, but it was not enough. Tornadoes used on God of, and they are going to be in a bit of trouble here. 2v3 yet again.
Wow, and look at that damage.
Goodness. That's so much damage. Nothing you can do about it. They know it's done.
a split second late on Paloma's second hit on the ultimate, and that's kind of one of the big downsides about Paloma's ultimate is that it has its first initial small heal, and then after a delay it pops for a bigger heal. That, I believe it was the Croak ultimate, the deadly injection, or not the injection, the whatever, Venom,
right.
popped right before that ultimate gave the second burst of healing that Taya needed. And I think that was just an unfortunate situation. MyCon Prepare to Die finally securing a center orb and turned things around a little bit, but I think damage was already done. And I feel like they really need to focus on controlling center orb, because so far between Snipe and Croak's jump, TelRoskMi has been having dominant control over that objective.
Mini's going to be taking
a
lot of damage off the start here. Little Master is just
Rush.
pounding away, man.
Oh my god, and more!
So much damage onto Mini off the start there. Literally just pounding. Here comes the ultimate. Faraz got away just in time. Make sure that didn't connect. The goo is going to be out here as well. But Mini is still quite hurt. That might be the target that they want to go for here. Barrier used just in time to make sure that he stays alive. But man, Kababi up top there really is just pounding away.
Toto has been doing so well in 2v1. Here comes the big Venom drop. Needs the other side, and he does get the other side and will avoid lethal damage there on the Varesh. Good job by Godov, but still, Varesh is in trouble and counters into the corner away from the Paloma. Be careful. Oh no, and the Toxic go on Paloma. There's a double threat. Other side just pops out, but not enough healing. And Paloma falls behind in terms of protection, and his teammates will drop 3 rounds to 0. TelRoskMi will carry Jade, Croak, Lucy to a victory here in the round of 8.
Oh man, I thought MyCon Prepare to Die had a good opportunity for on that round. They got Mini down really low off the start of the round, like super low, but just could not keep the pressure up enough and go for him and finish him off. I felt like that was the easy target, but it was just, they had nothing left in the kit.
One of the things about BattleRekt that trumps many strategies is positioning. Mini dropped a lot of health very early on due to good positioning from MyCon Prepare to Die. But then, based on how the fight played out and what MyCon Prepare to Die was willing to spend in terms of positioning and resources, Mini was able to back away to a corner, and both aggressive champions on MyCon Prepare to Die were unwilling to push that spot aggressively. The flip side to that was Teldo was working hard on a 2v1. Teldo managed to bring Varesh down to 20% on his own against Paloma Varesh. And that, or rather against Paloma Taya.
Yeah.
And that is the most astounding part of that match. I think that provided them the best opportunity for making that comeback happen, despite the fact that Mini got chunked so low. You have to imagine there's ways to play out that advantage that I think MyCon Prepare to Die did not.
Well, we'll have to see if MyCon Prepare to Die can get themselves back into the game here. They still have another map that they can, potentially 2 more maps even that they can get themselves back in with. So, there's still room for them to work with. But we do have a little replay here. Rainey, what do we have?
This is looking at Croak and how effectively he can operate in situations where you let him get that combo off. There, the incapacitate is perfectly timed, and here you can see that. You see the deadly injection right there. It's gonna pop, and then the ultimate lands. Oh my god. Corpse on the floor.
Corpse on the floor.
Tears everywhere.
Just TelRoskMi just guzzling the tears.
Put a steak down there because the steak is going to get seasoned by all the salt that just occurred in that spot.
Yeah, they maybe even more so after this next map. They got some time. Another map to come. So that's one of the great things about these the best of 3 maps, at least, is that MyCon Prepare to Die is not out of this by any means. They still have a good opportunity to get back in. Maybe change up their comp if they feel like that was part of the issue. They have the opportunity to do so.
I actually like their setup with this composition. Taya, Paloma, Varesh has actually a lot of ways that teammates can assist their partners. And in many ways, on paper, I feel like this should operate really well against a Croak team. Just because either you use a Tornado, or you use other side, or you have silence on Varesh. There's many ways, and Varesh also has a barrier to help block as well. There's a lot of tools that you can use to avoid damage, and I think that it just speaks to Teldo's expertise on Kroak. One of the things that he does better than any other Kroak is accuracy on his deceit. Right. Both his deceit and his cloak.
Well, we'll see if TelRoskMi can get themselves into the semifinals here as we head into our second map in this best of 3. MyCon Prepare to Die getting run at on that first round as they took a loss 3-0.
Nice, and that's what I'm talking about. Teldo, unlike any other Kroak, will actually cancel it. His reactions are so fast. Saw that Fresh counter coming out, canceled his left click, and then went ahead and used got the stun onto the Varesh. And it's just those little things. It didn't pay off that time, but one of these times he does it. It will.
So here we go. Snipe from us.
Nice.
Ooh, Little Master almost got the count. Here comes Teldo. He's able to get the end cap off. We'll go in for the stun as well. Ultimate out from Varosk. Not going to connect onto anybody as Little Master got other sided just as the ultimate was coming out.
MyCon Prepare to Die, secure the first center orb, and they're actually pretty high on health. There's a big combo landing from Teldo and Varosk, plus Mini in the back line trying to help make that happen. A good dodge from Teldo on those interrupts, and Godov has not been having a good time. Nice communication from TelRoskMi to land the big snipe, but still, look at how well this time Godov is picking up his teammates.
Ooh, the TIE ultimate was used, not really able to find all that much, and Teldo doing a good job of not proccing that Little Master counter. Mini is taking quite a bit of damage here, and Little Master able to hit his counter. You have Teldo down low, who's quite hurt, trying to get those heals from Mini. The health advantage very much in favor of MyCon Prepare to Die.
There's the ultimate coming out from Little Master, but Jade will respond in kind, gets the counter and the tornado, so that's 2 cooldowns spent, and that might be a dangerous situation for MyCon Prepare to Die because they might get turned around on. EX swap from Godov will actually pull Jade into a bad spot and take her out.
Teldo's able to connect with those ultimates, but it's just Mini left alive, and I'm should be going down here shortly. Is just getting pounded into the corner here. Hello. Oh, wow. It's over, Mini. Sorry. Just trying to pad those stats right now, though, you know, make it look a little bit better. But
there we go.
Yeah, but MyCon Prepare to Die, though, finally getting themselves around on the board.
Godov for sure is the MVP, and this is one of the few times I actually agree with the game. Godov did so well in that match. Not only protection-wise, you see that protection score at 917, that's a little bit misleading because just in terms of positioning, using EX swap, also having the interrupts come out, also using other side, those are things that don't necessarily get counted into stats, maybe the interrupts into disables, but Godov just did such a good job despite the fact that Teldo landed almost every single cloak, every single stun and incapacitate in that game, but still they did not lose max health. Combined with Godov's healing and center orb control, they really upped their survivability a ton. Here comes a big in-cap stun and a snipe. That's one of the biggest combos you can land as a Jade Kroak duo, and they did it beautifully there.
Gonna go up for another snipe, not quite going to connect, and Little Master is hitting his counter, but he's got nothing left, getting tornadoed by Kababi just in time, but the ultimate from Varosk was able to get some good damage off, so right now, at least, TelRoskMi in the lead in terms of health.
Yep, and we'll control the center orb there, so Little Master is looking to be in a very bad spot. Here comes maybe an incapacity onto the Varosk. There's a snipe, uses a tornado to avoid it. Good reactions from Kababi, and that would have been a big connection if he had not used that tornado there.
Teldo just continuing to apply that pressure. Snipe is going to connect with 2. Here comes the ultimate from Varosk as well. 2 shots land on a Little Master, and he is quite hurt. And yet another snipe as well. Varosk is just pounding the damage now. Varesh going in for his counter. He does hit it, but now he's behind enemy lines and gets panicked away. Oh no, using both of the protections to keep him alive. They used other side and tornado. He used his shield as well. There's nothing left to keep Godov alive here.
Oh man, both Godov and Little Master were really put into a bad situation in that scenario, and now I think Little Master's gonna fall, and now finally does the Taya go down as well. Talk about, I mean, for as much as we talk about how Teldo lands so many of his deceits and cloaks, Varosk, right from game 1, has been lining up snipes, and maybe that's something to say about MyCon Prepare to Die's positioning. But just the consistency to which Varosk is landing snipes has been phenomenal. in this opening match.
Yeah, especially that last round too, really dishing out the damage. Him and Teldo both just crushing them. You know, the stun into snipe, and now it's tied up at 1-1 in map 2. TelRoskMi took the first map, so MyCon Prepare to Die needs to win this map and send it into a third and final map if they want to get themselves into the semifinals. Still a long way to go potentially, but here we go to our second round, or our third round, excuse me.
Little Master's in a bad spot, but Taya needs to build bar before she can tornado. And there again, there's the juke from Teldo and the snipe. I can't just, it's too good. Their coordination is too good, and the execution on Teldo's side, probably the fastest reactions I've seen in the game so far in all the tournaments that we've watched. There's a rare miss from Teldo on the incapacitate, but how many times has he canceled that and avoided counters?
It's been quite a lot. He's very patient with it. Little Master doing a good job of hitting his counter in time, but the thing is now he's stuck in and has nothing to keep himself alive, finally getting other-sided, but still, he is in dire straits at the moment. I don't know if he's going to be able to avoid this damage. Big tornado coming out from Kababi just in time to make sure he didn't take that ultimate damage, but Godov has nothing to keep himself alive, and he will go down, and now they are stuck in a 2v3, make that a 1v3 situation. And Kababi knows it's all said and done, and that will give TelRoskMi match point with an opportunity to make their way into the semifinals.
It just speaks to how aggressive TelRoskMi is. Chewed through every single cooldown left, and Paloma was actually left sitting in that Jade ultimate that whole time. So much damage, and it's TelRoskMi is the comp without the range. They have Croak. And compared to Varesh, Taya, and Paloma, MyCon Prepare to Die is actually losing footing in the center orb. That's just because TelRoskMi is putting out so much pressure and damage that MyCon Prepare to Die feels like they need to back away.
Here we go. MyCon Prepare to Die has got to go big on this round, or their tournament life will be over. And so far, going in, getting the stun onto Little Master as he re-engages here, just slashing away with those left clicks.
Oh, nice from Kababi.
It's a big orb secure. Oh, good snipe out from Vrask as well, is able to connect. So much CC landing on MyCon Prepare to Die right now. Kababi took quite a bit of damage, and now Teldo just continues to hammer away. Oh, another snipe connecting with Kababi and some of the ultimate, and he's quite hurt having to use that tornado.
Watch out! Taya is being pressured, and there's the R-pop from Croak. Will push Taya's health even lower, but maybe now getting stabilized. There's a big EX snipe from Jade to put the root down onto the Taya and close out the kill. Varesh ultimate not going to be doing very much, and TelRoskMi with momentum and conviction are looking to close this match out.
And it's looking good for them to be able to do so. Godov's ultimate will come out yet again. Big ultimate from Vrask is going to put Little Master down so low. He hits his counter, but other side has been used, and I believe his shield as well. He will finally go down. It's just Godov. A big 360 snipe from Vrask at the end. Will connect, and they take the second map 3-1, and they head into the semifinals.
We've seen a lot of Croaks. I mean, not a lot, I suppose, but we've seen quite a few Croaks in BattleRekt before, but watching Teldo and Vrask work this Croak Jade is another thing to behold.
Thing of beauty.
Not to mention Mini adding on that kind of potential to use things like Clarity Potion as well as Barrier and Healing. Teldo was able to really just dance back and forth in front of his opponent's faces, and normally when you're a Croak, that's not something that you want to be doing because you run out of your cooldowns very fast. And